Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Iris and today we're going to be doing a full face of Charlotte Tilbury. So I'm not gonna lie to you, it's not 100% because I did do my eyebrows already and I don't have Charlotte Tilbury eyebrow products, but I will tell you what I used for my eyebrows. I used the Urban Decay Brow Blade, and this one is in Blackout. I like this because it's a dual ended. It has the felt tip and a pencil. So aside from my eyebrows, I have nothing else on. I have bare skin. I will be applying some of these Charlotte Tilbury products. Let's start off with this Magic Hydrator Mist. This spray is so good. You can use it anytime, even after you have done your makeup, throughout the day if you feel like you need a little refresher. So I already prepped my eyes, and what I used was the Charlotte Tilbury color corrector. This one is in 2 medium. I'm about to run out of this one, so I'm gonna need to restock on that one. I don't have a loose powder for Charlotte Tilbury, so I ended up using what is one of my recent favorites, the Huda Beauty loose powder, Easy Bake loose powder in Cherry Blossom, to set my eyes. Let's see, I am going to use the BK Beauty 201 and 202 for my eyes. These are part of my daily essentials. Now we need to decide which one to go with. We have the new Beautifying Eye Trends. I don't know, which one should I go with? I'm not feeling cool tone today, so let's try this one. We're entering summer, so why not? This one's the Sensual Sunset. So I'm gonna start off with this one, the lightest one. There is a little bit of fallout with these, but it's not a big deal. Let me move my hair out of my face because it keeps getting caught and it's starting to annoy me. All right, a little bit better. When it comes to eyes, the word that comes to my mind is blend, 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 as they say. You don't want to have harsh lines. All right, next, let's use this shade right here. You always want to start where you want it to be the darkest. In my case, it's the outer part. Let's go in a little deeper here with this color. Give it some more dimension. Now, I am your ordinary makeup wearer, makeup girl. I am by no means a professional, so I'm just showing you how I put my makeup on. Everyone has their own ways. Now I like to do my eyes before the rest of my face just because I am a little bit sloppy. I'm not trying to perfect the outer part of it until I go in with the rest of my makeup. So that was the BK Beauty 202. I'm gonna use the BK Beauty 201 to blend some more. All right, let's see. What else should we go in with? Let's try the center shade. I'm gonna apply this all over my lid. Now there's no specific look I'm going for, although with somewhere around the corner, maybe a bronzy look. We'll see where this takes us. Oh, and this shader that I'm using is an E60 large shader from Sigma. Sigma is another favorite brand. I'm going in with my fingertips because some of these shades apply a lot better when using your finger. All right, let's decide what topper to use. Let's see. Which one should I use? Let's use this one. And for reference, it's this one right here. Let's see what happens when we add this one to it. That's nice. We're gonna go back into this dark shade over here. I'm a little bummed out because I was supposed to receive an adapter. I recently purchased a mic to record my videos, and I ordered an adapter that I needed, and it was supposed to come in earlier today, and it's still not here. So I'm trying to make my content look a little more professional, but look and sound, I should say. Look and sound a little more professional. So I'm doing my best with what I have right now. More shimmer. Next is going to be eyeliner. Now I only have, this video is making me realize that I have a couple more products to purchase from Charlotte Tilbury. I have the Rock and Coal in Barbarella Brown. So I'm going to use this to tightline my upper eyelid, and I'm going to use the KVD tattoo liner. Our eyes are not exactly alike, obviously, which I'm fine with. Now I will say that this KVD eyeliner is one of my favorite eyeliners. It just glides. The trend is more of like shadow eyeliner or a kohl liner and just like fading it out or smudging it out. Because my eyes are mature, I still feel the need to use this type of eyeliner because it just fills in those little gaps that I have. So it just works for me, and I still smudge it out, but you'll see after. Now I just do a little wing. I don't stress out over them being perfect or not being perfect, because once you smudge them out, you won't even be able to tell. Now I'm going to try to use the eyeshadow for smudging my liquid eyeliner. Little extra step there. I'm going to tight line my upper lash, so I'll be back. All right, I'm back. So I just had it's just weird, awkward to like be doing my tight lining and stuff. Now we're gonna clean up under the eye so that we could have started applying everything else. So I like to use one of these cotton rounds and Garnier micellar water. I like to have the micellar water in a smaller dispenser. So I got this from Target. It was in one of those travel kits or travel sets. And so what I do is I fold the cotton round in half, and then I go in. See how it cleans it up really nice. And this is why I like to do this before applying the rest of my makeup. I flip it over to the clean side, especially when you use a palette that has a lot of fallout or like super glittery. That would be so difficult and annoying to try to take out after you have your whole foundation and makeup done. And since I'm not a pro, this is what I like to do. And the cool thing is that this micellar water that I got is, I'll link it to the description for you guys, but this one has hyaluronic acid, so it's not like, I don't like to use wipes. So it's not like using a wipe. It doesn't dry you out or irritate your skin. Okay, I think we're good for now. I'm gonna go ahead and spray some more of this mist. Have my little fan here. So let's go in with her Glow Toner. I don't know about you guys, but I love playing with makeup. I always like to keep a little hand towel close by. I did mention earlier that I use the Eye Rescue that was on my lid. I'm going to use it now under my eye. And as you guys can see, it's been used. Like I said, I'm not a professional. I'm just showing you guys how I do my makeup. This one is very hydrating. All right, I'm gonna go with, of course, the magic cream, the famous magic cream. Everyone talks about the smell. It stands out a lot because it's like an OG smell. If you were born in the early 80s, you know that was an era. That was a time where skincare had this kind of smell. That's why a lot of people talk about how it reminds them of their mom. Back in the day, that was like the popular scent for facial moisturizers. All right, already super glowy. Now I have dry skin, dry mature skin, so hydration is everything for me. Let's use Charlotte Tilbury's concealer. It's Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer. That's what the name of it is. And this one is in 7 medium. I will tell you that I do my concealer first. Some spots that I have here. My imperfect skin. Covering up any blemishes that I have. I'm going to be using my new Hourglass concealer brush. I'm super late to the game with Hourglass brushes, but it's all good. Well, this concealer is looking a little light, but it's okay. We'll make it work. Even if the foundation ends up being a little too light, you could still make it work. And I'll show you how I do that. So I use 2 beauty blenders when I do my makeup. This one is for like my whole face, and then this one is for the little corners here. I got these from Amazon. This one's the actual beauty blender, but this one is, I forgot the name of it. It's kind of one of those names that you don't really remember, but that brand is awesome. As you may have noticed, I use the brush and the sponge just to smooth it out. The sponge isn't too damp. It's damp but not wet. Like, you don't ever want to use a super wet beauty sponge, or else it's gonna really just be a mess with your makeup. Okay, before going in with the foundation, I want to use the Hollywood Flawless Filter, and this one is in 4. I wish the label was still there, but oh. This is amazing. It just gives you the best glow ever. I'm using some of my new brushes, so I'm excited. So I'm doing my first Charlotte Tilbury full face Charlotte Tilbury using new products, because we're gonna have a couple more. I think there's one more product that's new, but my brushes as well. These are new to me. I am late to the game, but like I said, that's all good. I'm using the Makeup by Mario F1. These are so good, so good. Now I love the glowy look. Not too crazy glowy, but yes, I love the glowy look. Since I have dry skin, I don't really aim for matte looking products. with my little beauty sponge to smoothen that out. Helps a little bit. My goodness, on the screen it looks super glowy. All right, we're going through a transitional period with the weather, so we'll see how this color is gonna go on my skin. Now, I did tell you everyone does their makeup different, so I don't believe that there's a wrong way. Well, there are some things that you shouldn't do, but I think you guys know what I'm talking about. Going in with the F1, the Mario F1. It's looking okay. I will tell you that Charlotte Tilbury's foundations do oxidize. That doesn't mean it's bad. I really like her foundation. It is a little more on the full coverage. Whatever foundation is left, I like to dab the beauty sponge so you have some on there. And I do this to smooth it out. It's not picking up. I know sometimes people say it's gonna pick up your makeup. Well, not if you go lightly, and if not if your sponge is lightly damp. If your sponge is wet, forget it. You're gonna have a big old sloppy mess. The color's looking okay. I thought it was gonna be too yellow. We'll see. Okay, kind of went. Now for the inner part of my eyes. The brush that I'm using is BH Cosmetics from Ulta. I don't know if they still have it or not, but this was from one of those sets when I first started getting a little bit more serious about makeup. Little background about me. I didn't use makeup until I was about my mid-30s. I just never really felt like I wanted or needed makeup. Then I discovered it, and it woke a monster. All right, so we got our foundation. Got our base. Now what I want to do is I want to do a little contouring. I'm gonna go in with the contour wand. This one is in medium. I'm going to use the Hourglass number 2. Now this one is a new shade, and it is darker than what I had before, but it's okay. I'm going for a little bronzy look, right? So if you feel like you went too heavy-handed, you can always go back to your beauty sponge and just tap. You still want to kind of do this to blend it out, especially in the hairline. You don't want it to be too harsh. All right, so let's go in with some cream blush. I have several of the wands. Let me show you guys. So I have a little collection here, but today I've been feeling like I want to use the Lip and Cheek Glow. Let me see. So we have these here. I love all of them. They are so good. I love cream blushes. If you want your makeup, your blush to last all day, I will tell you, and I'm not a pro, but I've learned that you use cream under, you set your makeup, and then you put your blush, your powder blush on top. It'll last all day. Your foundation might fade away a little bit, your bronzer, but your blush will still be there. So I don't know which one to use. I think I want to use, let's use Color of Dreams. I love these. I'm going to use the F4, the Makeup by Mario F4. And I'm gonna use the larger end. I like to start at the top of my cheek and make my way down, not too far. Now I'm familiar with this formula, but when I'm new to a formula, I will tap this on my hand first. Or if I want it diffused, then I will do that first. But for this one, I'm good. I don't like to go further than this area right here. I just feel like it's too much for me. If you feel like you went too harsh, just go back to your beauty blender and you can also go back with your foundation brush, kind of fade it out a little bit by doing that. All right, so now we are going to set this. So to set, we're gonna use Huda Beauty loose powder. Got my little sponge here. Now I like luxury sponges. I've seen them online, but I purchased these on Amazon because I use them so much. And so for my mature skin, I don't bake ever because I'm not just mature but dry as well. And what I like to do is just tap it in because we have all those little crevices and indents. So, check that out. That's crazy, huh? No setting and setting. That's insane. What I like to do when especially when I do my under eye, I get whatever amount I want on my sponge, but then I dab it on here so that I don't waste any. I'm gonna be using this later too. And then just go in. Just grab some more and just press it around. I flip over my powder puff to the clean side, and I just like literally just press on it gently on my eyebrows so that any shine that's right at the edge will be covered as much as I can. So just gonna add some more powder lightly. I'm gonna use the Kosas, what is it? Face detailer, just to add some more. So far, this is what we have. All that shine is not completely gone. You can still see a little glow peeking through. Bronzer, bronzer, bronzer. So I have the ginormous airbrush bronzer. This one's in 2 medium. One of my favorite bronzers. Do you guys see what I see? That means I love it. For this one, I'm gonna try using, I'm like so excited because I'm using brand new tools here, the Hourglass #1. And I know that some of these might have names for other stuff, but I'm trying them out. I like to try brushes out for different uses. Let's see. Yes, I like this. I tried these new, or one of these. I'm gonna go with this one. I'm using the F2 Makeup by Mario brush. By the way, this one is the Flawless Peach. I'm going to use a smaller end for the lighter powder. I'm trying to figure out right now if it's a finishing powder or I'll have to check later. All right, so we have 2 choices today. The Pillow Talk Multi Glow. I don't know if this was a limited edition. I can't remember right now. I'll have to look on the website. And the Glowgasm face palette, the Lightgasm. So they're kind of similar in a way. Kind of. I guess the color scheme maybe. I think I'm gonna go with this one right here for today. And I'm going to use the Makeup by Mario, the F2, the smaller end. I'm gonna swirl it. I have this beauty mark here, so I dip my pointed Q-tip into my micellar water. To bring it back out. I like to set my makeup before applying mascara just so that it doesn't smear everywhere. At least that's what happens to me. So I'm going to use the AIRBRUSH Flawless setting spray. After setting my makeup, I like to finish my eye. And let's see, I'm going to go with Urban Decay Demolition. I know there are so many ways to do your makeup. Okay, we're going to go back into the palette. I'm going to start off with this one. Just and I'm going to let's try a little bit of this one right here, center. Now I have allergies, so sometimes they're really bad and my eyes water so much or they get irritated so bad. That's what I have to deal with sometimes. So they're a little extra sensitive. We have 3 different Charlotte Tilbury mascaras. Today, I think I want to use 2 of them. I like to layer my mascara. Sometimes I'll just use one, but many times I will use 2 different mascaras. In this case, we're going to go in with the Legendary Lash first. Already making a difference. And I'm going to go in with the Exaggerize as my second coat. I know some people have mentioned online that they don't like this wand. It just fits perfectly for my eyes. I will tell you this, Exaggerize is excellent formula. We can't forget our bottom lashes, right? I got the Travelers in the push-up lashes, and this one I think it was a sample, the Exaggerize, but I'm gonna go with the push-up. All right, so while those dry, I am going to, let's see, figure out which Charlotte Tilbury eyeliner I'm gonna use. Love Trap. That's today's winner. I just follow my shape of my natural lips. I want to use the what is it, Hot Lips? This is the Hot Lips Dance Floor Princess. Pretty. I love that color. I'm gonna go back in with the liner just to Darken it back up a little. I forgot to mention that I just placed an order, a Charlotte Tilbury order for the Nude Gasm palette and for one of her new lip liners. So I'm going to use the, I'll have to link it for you guys, but this is what it looks like. And this is a final look. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments what your favorite Charlotte Tilbury product is. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye.